people? How's it going? What is up? Smash the like, drop a comment, let me know what's good. It's Sunday, or maybe it's Monday where you're tuning in from. I don't know, but it's another day. It's a new day. We're about to get lit, man. It's the ICANN Fam Show. The ICANN Fam Show is back, and I'm super stoked to be able to kick it with you guys. Sorry for the little delay, everyone. All you guys are waiting. Really sorry about that, man. You know how stuff goes sometimes. You got technical difficulties, and oh man, it's a lot of frustration sometimes. But I'm happy we're able to just kick it and we're here with you guys. So let me know what's going on. Drop it in the comments for sure. Let me know what's going on, what's popping, how you guys are going, where you guys are chilling in from, where you guys are tuning in from. I'm always happy to find out what you guys are saying, man. And I just want to say as well, what a great day it is, man. It's always a good day on a Sunday. I've actually done a poll in the chat asking how many people blaze up on Sundays, man. And surprisingly, or rather unsurprisingly, all of you guys blaze up on a Sunday, man. I think most of you guys said, yeah, I blaze up on Sundays. And that's perfect. So most definitely, guys, smash the like for that, because today is a Sunday and we about to get lit, about to get blazed. We about to have a great ICANN Fam Show with all you guys. And today's going to be a special show as well, because all you guys that are on Patreon, shout out to everyone that's supporting on Patreon, all the VIPs, all the all-access patrons, everyone, man. Shout out to all you guys. That ICANN Fam, you guys rock, man. But I was thinking actually to maybe get that live stream that I was telling you guys about done either this week, I was thinking maybe today, or on the next ICANN show on Wednesday. So after the show, we're going to have a Patreon-only live stream where we kick it with you guys, and, you know, we smoke and talk up and, you know, show some plans and go through a lot of different stuff, man. And if you guys want to hop on and stuff as well and send in some pics and stuff, we can look at those on the live. And just have a good time, man. Have a good time. So on that note, I just wanted to shout out everyone that's supporting on Patreon, man, for sure. We got a lot of free stuff going out to all VIPs, and you guys rock, man. So big ups to Patrick H. Healy, recently joined. Shout out to Patrick, man. He actually joined the VIP, and he's got that direct consults as well. And shout out to Yakko Jacko, man. Yakko Jacko's always showing love as well. Also Fat Nugs, Kyle Hines, and Josh, man. You guys, amazing. All you guys, shout out. I'm just wondering, making sure you guys can hear, see, everything's good. My mic is on. Perfect. Nice. Now, next, move on to the most important part of the show. We got to shout out, of course, our sponsors, man. The sponsors who make the show possible. You know, big ups to Mars Hydro, man. Mars Hydro, like I keep telling you guys, they got some great gear, man. Their lights, their tents, they got some good carbon filters, exhaust fans. They've even got some pH pens and stuff now, man. pH pens, EC pens, pH meters, all that stuff. It's pretty wow. They're making some really great moves, man. So shout out to them. And they also got that dope drip irrigation system, which I was telling you guys about. And that shit takes the game to the next level, bro. Like, you talking about drip irrigation? I didn't even know Mars Hydro did that shit, man. Wow. That's pretty dope. Ooh. I see you, Norma G. Shout out, man. So I'm actually thinking I'm going to do the Patreon-only live streams probably this Wednesday when we do the other ICANN Fam Show. So shout out to everyone, man. You guys' feedback is actually what makes everything so possible. Big ups to everyone in the chat as well. 007 James Bond. We got Larry, my brother Larry. How's it going, man? We got my homie Norma G. You got Dank Dude, Smokes a Lot, Sir Richard, Jeffrey Jackson. Shout out to Jeffrey Jackson, man. Much love. We also got Chapo Smokes in the house, dude. I hope you had a blessed birthday, man. An amazing birthday. Paul, all the way from France, is tuned in. Hey, Paul, how's it going, man? I told you I'm going to get those earlier shows for you to be able to tune in. I know I got people tuned in from the UK, from Europe, and I always want to try to get a time where all you guys can tune in, man. Shout out, man. We got What the Pack. What is up? Vermonster Grows, my man, my OG Day One fam. How's it going, bro? We got Dominic Wilson as well and Frederick. We got a lot of people tuning in the chat, guys. So smash that like, show some love. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from, but definitely hit that like. We only got 29 likes, I think I'm seeing, so I really need to get that up, man. You guys got to help us, man. And also, if you guys want to be a part of the ICANN fam, if you guys want to join up with the fam, definitely hit the link in the chat, man, because we got a lot of people who are jumping on, and you guys can always show some love and support the channel that way. It's a really great way. And speaking of support the channel, man, if you guys want to cop a hoodie, got some Diesel Dog gear, some really nice designs and stuff I'm working on, and I'm putting out there for you guys. It's all about us 420 stoners. It's it's a lot of gear for 420 stoners just like us. So definitely check that out, and cop a t-shirt, cop a hoodie, and support the fam, man. Oh man, today's episode is going to be a banger. It's going to be a really great one, guys, and I could not wait for the Sunday morning show. I'm thinking I'll be doing the Sunday morning show as a regular thing, man, a constant thing, because it's just such a great way to connect with you guys, especially like on the weekends and when everyone actually has a little bit more time and stuff like that. And yeah, man, it's really just a great thing. So I dropped that link for you guys. The link is in the comment. I'm gonna paste that in the pinned comment up above. But man. First off, where do we even start, man? Where do I even start with today's episode? Because there's so many different things that I wanted to talk about. But I think for this one, actually, there's a lot of people who are growing out here, right? And a lot of people are growing in different types of setups, because no one's setup is the same. Some people got tents, some people got grow rooms, some people got multiple tents, some people got multiple grow rooms. But if you're just a regular guy like me, you probably just got 1 or 2 tents, right? And I ain't even got the biggest tents right now, because you guys would know I just moved. But today I'm going to go through a few different things with you guys, because I saw this pretty interesting article, man, where they sort of compared whether you should be growing in multiple tents or whether you should be growing in a single multi-chamber tent. So should I have like one 4x4 or one 5x5, or should I have like, you know, a couple other tents, like maybe two 4x2s or something like that? And a lot of people don't have a lot of space, but it's all about maximizing your space. So there are a lot of different ways that you can configure that sort of stuff, man. And by far and away, the biggest challenge for tent growers is that lack of available space. That square footage where you literally where you're able to put that tent down, that's the biggest issue. Because a lot of times, like, you may not have a massive 5x5 area where you can put down a 5x5 tent, or a 4x8 tent. You know, those are some big ass tents, but you always want to get the most amount of space for your plants. So there's a fine line that you guys got to sort of like trod, you know, just between determining, do I want a lot of tents, or do I want like some smaller tents that I can really manipulate and be flexible with? Because you got to be smart, you know, especially when you're growing. You got to be able to pivot, you got to be able to make moves quickly. And if you got everything, you know, all the eggs in one basket, a lot of the times, like, you can find yourself in troubles, man. Like, honestly, straight up, I found myself in a lot of trouble when I only had one grow tent. That's why I got another one. So drop it in the comments. Let me know how many grow tents you guys have. I know some people are like, Sir Richard's got 4 tents. 4 tents, dude. 4 tents? Man, you a real grower. I like that. That's perfect. But honestly, man, I got right now, I'm using 2 separate spaces right now. And for me, it's always great to have 2 separate spaces, because when you put all your eggs in that one basket, you have one tent. There's a lot of things that can go wrong in that one tent, you know. So if you end up, you know, kicking your lights off, or a timer goes broken and your lights come on when they're not supposed to, or something like that, you can end up herming out your entire grow. Your entire grow is now stressed out. You got hermies, and it's all because of that light leak during that dark phase, you know. So it's always good to like diversify in that sense, you know. Just spread out your risk, mitigate your risk, and in that way you can find yourself being able to do a lot more. So for me, I found one of those 2x4 tents is a great addition to like almost any grow room. A simple 2x4 tent, you guys know, it's not the tallest, it's not the widest. You can literally fit it against a wall and still have a lot of space. So for me, I found that to be super flexible. And you guys would have seen on my Seed to Harvest episodes, we actually had a small basement in our last crib, and we had to flip the 2x4 tent on its side. So we got a lot longer of a space, but it was a lot shorter, which in my setup it worked perfectly, you know. So it's all about being creative, guys, and that's something that I just wanted to, like, you know, shout out to you guys for, because a lot of you growers out here in the Discord, on the Patreon, you guys are super creative, man. And some of those things that I be seeing, oh man, straight up creativity at its finest, man. So shout out to even like Mr. Awesome Badass. You got some great stuff going on. I see Mantis has just jumped in as well. Shout out to Mantis, and everyone that's always showing love, man. Big ups to everyone. Now, a lot of times, man, and that's not the only reason, you know, the flexibility and stuff of having separate tents, man, separate chambers. You can also just carve out like a closet, like I did. I carved out a closet and used that as a veg area, as a little seedling starting area, a small veg area. And in that sense, you just created another chamber. So that's how I like to think of things, you know. I got multiple tents, okay, but I also like to think of it, okay, if I don't have a tent, what can I use as a little room or a little chamber, you know? So a small closet oftentimes works great for stuff like that, and you can find yourself, you know, having a lot more flexibility, a lot more space by repurposing that old closet that no one was using. And you don't need like a tall, huge closet like you can walk into it, like a walk-in closet or anything. I'm talking like a lot of times a little cupboard. If you got a little cupboard that's got, you know, a decent amount of footage on there, you can work with it, man. And those things work out great. That's actually how I'm vegging my plants right now. And then I flower in the 4x2 tent, you know. I've had like a 4x4 tent, you know, in a box right now for about the last year and a half, and I have not been able to pull it out just because I don't have the space to set that baby up. Literally, man. So sometimes you gotta like think very, very creatively, man, and you know, do things yourself. You know, shout out to a baker. DIY is the way to go, man. A lot of the times DIY can save you a lot of cash. You can repurpose something that you weren't using, and a lot of the times people don't know when you try to grab some of that equipment, like if things are specifically purposed for your medicinal plants, for your cannabis, whatever, a lot of the times those things will go for a premium. I'm talking the price will be way up here. The price went from down here to way up here, and it's all because of that. So literally, don't get it twisted, man. Think smart, think outside of the box. And when you think outside of the box, you realize, like, damn, I can do a lot, and it does not need to be labeled as a kind of product for me to be able to work with it. So come on, man. You know, so smart stuff, smart little stuff like that, guys. I use my tent for my outdoor harvest to dry my outdoor harvest. And that's a great point as well, Chapo, because a lot of people use tents, and they use those tents for the drying. I actually got a real small tent, you know, so come to think of it, I got 2 tents and a little veg space, but I got a really small tent. You guys would have seen that on the last live stream. If you haven't checked out the live stream, check out the Uncensored channel, because on that Uncensored channel, that's where we post all those stuff, and that's where we actually have that live stream where we harvested some of the most purple flower I've ever harvested in my life, man. Like, straight up, some of the most purple flower ever. So check out that Uncensored channel. Oh man, the screen just went blank. What's that about? The screen is not like me right now. It's not being friendly. But yeah, check out that Uncensored channel, guys, 100%, because on that Uncensored channel, you guys will see all the new stuff that we've been doing. Posted 2 videos recently as well with the double lot of flowers, and you know, YouTube does not notify people when we upload anyway, so they definitely ain't going to tell you when we post our plant videos. Now, let's get into the rest of the episode, guys. So I think that was actually a great little segment on the tents, man, because a lot of people use tents and they use it for different things. Like Chapo was saying before, I completely got, you know, sidetracked and stuff. Like, you can use those tents to dry as well. So it's not just about growing in the tents. You can actually dry in the tents as well. You can chop your plants down, hang it up, and you can get a really nice climate controlled environment. That's all about the environment. So that's one of the greatest benefits of using tents, that environment. You can dial in that environment. You can put a dehumidifier or a humidifier in the tent. You can put an AC unit in the tent. If you have a grow tent, it's often sealed off, a lot more sealed off than like a grow room where air can leak out, air can get out through under the doors, cracks and stuff like that. So it's a lot more sealed in that sense. That also helps with the light leaks, which I also mentioned earlier, and pathogen control. So a lot of the times, if you keep your veg space separate from your flowering garden, you can more easily control the spread of those pathogens. You know, a lot of the times, if you have like an outbreak of fungus gnats or powdery mildew or something like that in a single large grow tent, the possibility of that spreading to the other chamber, it may happen, but at least you mitigate that risk, right? So at the end of the day, if you had it all in one tent and some powdery mildew strikes, then you're probably going to lose everything in that tent. So that's not the way you want to go, right? That's a bruh moment. Bruh, that shit's wild. Now, straight up, the benefits, I think, outweigh any of the negatives, because like a lot of the times the benefits are great. The negatives would probably be, you know, you have a lot of space that you're taking up and stuff like that. But if you're smart about your tents and creating custom chambers, then it works out great, man. And another benefit is that you can place those grow tents, and you can get power and water to those grow tents. You can have it in a place where it really suits you. It works out great for you. So the flexibility, man, is just unparalleled. Honestly, it's just unparalleled. But whether you guys decide to grow in like multiple tents or in single multi-chamber tents, it all depends on your setup. It all depends on your setup, your budget, your grow, what you're looking for, and how things work for you, man. So I'm just here to point out some of the benefits, some of the pros and cons for each, and you guys can make the best decision possible for your setup. Man, that's literally what it's all about. But if you keep running into problems like spider mites and pests and stuff like that, and you only got one tent, dude, then maybe you should consider growing in some other tents as well. You know, get another small tent if you need to. Veg in the smaller one, flour in the bigger one, man. It's always a great way to have a multi-tent setup, and you can mitigate a lot of that risk. So smash the like button for that, guys, because that's some great knowledge. Just a few great tips for you guys, and you guys have always got a great vibe going in the chat, man. So shout out to everyone in the chat right now. 100%, man. I literally love all you guys. You guys know that. Now, in the next part of the show, man, of course, we got another thing that I had to chat with you guys about, man. This one I think I mentioned a little bit last time around, man, but it seems like it's really ranking up now. It's wrapping up, man, a lot. So we literally got this article. Shout out to Reckless, man. There's a Sunday World, actually, but this is Reckless. Makers of some of these jellies are putting children at risk with this new packaging. Now, this is something I wanted to get you guys' opinion on, man, because you guys can see straight up on this article, they're like, 2 young children who unknowingly ate some of these jellies out in West Dublin last week have made a full recovery, but the producers of the products are recklessly endangering children. So this is like some of those can of gummies, right? And they obviously got in the hands of children, but the bigger issue here is, like, you guys can probably see that these gummies are like super funny, man. They're where's it? Oh, okay, I got it. These gummies are super funny, and they're really colorfully shaped, and they got like a really interesting, cartoony effect to it, and that's what a lot of the people are, sharing some concerns about. So let me know what you guys think about that, because a lot of these kind of companies nowadays, they make these different types of packagings, right, which are like meant to be super attractive and stuff, and I get it. Like, this one says lol, it's got candy on it, and it literally can confuse the kids, but at the end of the day, it's also like about what appeals to people, and a lot of people like colorful packaging and stuff like that, and a lot of the even like flour that you guys get in Ziploc bags, like those seal bags out of the dispos and stuff, those also come in some of these fun, fancy, colorful looks and packages and stuff like that, like lemonade kush and cookies and stuff like that. Like, who knows what those cookies got in it, man. But at the end of the day, like, I just was like, wow, this is happening again. Like, how many times is this going to come up, man? Like, and they're saying that there's no way that a child could differentiate between a can of gummy and a regular sweet. So they don't know. But I personally don't know how this affects the children. Like, I don't know, like, if they get really sick or if they just get stoned and eat everything in their fridge. Like, I don't know. I don't know how these young kids' bodies handles it and stuff like that. So, but it's just something that you guys need to be aware of, man. Because when I saw that come up again, I was like, dude. And on that note, they also was this other article, which was on U.S. News, where they were saying you got to childproof your flowers, man. And that takes it a step further. You got to childproof your edibles and stuff like that, because your kids can just jump in and they can grab some of them, taste them, eat them, and then you're now stuck with the situation that you don't want to be in. So apparently these cases keep rising, they keep going up, and I don't know what's going on with that, man. Like, bro, what? what's up with that, man? Meanwhile, I can't even get any gummies. When I try to go out to the dispo, they're like, yo, you got ID? Yo, you got this, you got that? Like, so, bruh. Man, as they say, you should literally treat any of these edibles like you would like anything else. You just don't want it to get into the hands of kids and that. At least use some of the child-resistant containers. Like, if you're buying flour out here, you get one of these child-resistant containers where if you turn the top just turns. You gotta like squeeze it down and really get in there, turn it, open it, and then you can get it open. But if not, like, you can't open it. So maybe they should think of something like that. Use some of those different types of packaging that are a little more childproof. But also I think that a lot of people are saying there's a bigger issue here, and a lot of these kind of companies, the gummy producers, even some of these straight up flour producers, man, they have got a lot of similarities, and just like some of these bigger brands. So they will come out with like, the Skittles that looks exactly like Skittles, like the logo and everything looks the exact same, but it's straight up not Skittles, because you can't just sit down and eat that shit and look at a movie, you can't eat a pack of that shit, especially the kids. But it's just something to think about, real food for thought, and a lot of people are doing it. So like I said, food for thought, man. this copycat packaging and stuff like that can really throw you for a loop, literally. So that was some crazy ass shit, bro. Honestly, straight up, and I was just like, nah, we gotta get out of this one. So let's get out of this one with a nice segment, man. This is the joke of the day segment. I know you guys like that one. And of course, smash the like, guys. I want to see how many likes we can get on this video. We got 88 people tuned in. We got 58 likes. That means over 30-something of you ain't hit that like button yet. What you guys doing, man? Hit that like. Show some love, bro. Show some love. Smash that like. Will Baker, you know it, man. The packages are crazy, similar. I agree, dude. A lot of these parents have to also have some accountability, man. Like, where did your child get that? Did they just get it at school? Like, you know, what's going on at the schools? Like, where did they get it? Like, what's going on? Did you give your kids money to buy that shit? Like, how is that shit working? I'm trying to figure that shit out. Anyway, guys. Let's get into that joke of the day segment, which I always enjoy, because the joke of the day segment is always a funny one, man. And today I got a great joke for you guys, and I just like to call it the "don't drop the soap" joke. So, two pot dealers, right? They were granted probation. Okay, we got two pot dealers, and they were granted probation under the one condition, guys, that they save as many people from smoking pot as possible within 1 week, right? So the deal is you get saved from probation, but you got to like save as many people from smoking pot, like try to convert them, and you can only use a pen and a piece of paper to do it, right? Only a pen and a piece of paper. After 1 week, the two pot dealers were standing in front of the judge again, and the judge was like, okay, so what were your results? Like, how did everything turn out? How many people did you convert from, you know, smoking pot? How many people did you stop from smoking pot? So the first pot dealer stands up to the judge, and he's like, well, he saved 100 people from their habit, literally by drawing a big circle on the piece of paper and a small piece of paper. Because remember, you only got a pen and a piece of paper. So the judge is like, how could that affect someone so much that they quit smoking pot? I don't get it. And the pot dealer said, well, I told them the big circle is the size of their brain without drugs, and the small one is the size of their brain when they got high. So the judge was like, okay, penalty remitted. I'm a grant you probation. I like that one. So he turns to the second pot dealer and asks him, like, what happened with you? What's up with you? What did you do, smart man? Like, what did you do, Mr. Pot Dealer? Pot dealer number 2. Well, pot dealer number 2 says, well, I pretty much did the same, but I made 200 people quit smoking by drawing a circle first and then a big circle. And the judge is like, so how did that save people from their bad habit? You know, how did that stop them from smoking? And he said, well, I told them that the small circle is their asshole before they're sent to prison, and the big circle is their asshole after they've been sent to prison. Oh, man, bro. We gotta drop like... Oh, man. Point of the story, guys. Don't get caught. Try not to go to prison. You never know what could happen in there. Oh, man. Maybe that was a bit too wild of a Sunday morning joke for you guys. Maybe that was a little bit too savage. Oh, man. That was a great one, man. Let's roll one up. What you guys think? It's probably about time to spark this bitch. Like, we got one right here. We gotta spark it up. What up with that? Now, we also got a second one for you guys, which is prison is fun out here, man. I heard the opposite. I ain't want to lose my freedom. I actually got a second one, man. This one is what we call 3 wishes, right? So we're back with the potheads again, man. And you know the potheads always doing pothead stuff, right? So a pothead finds a strange-looking oil lamp in the trash, right? He finds that oil lamp. He's like, damn, this is like some genie in the bottle type shit. I'm going to rub it. I'm going to clean it up. And I'm going to do all that shit. And while he's doing that, a genie pops out, right? So the genie's like, yo, I grant you 3 wishes for releasing me out of this bottle, man. I've been in this oil lamp for hella long, and I'm glad to get out of this oil lamp. So the pothead is like, okay, well, for my first wish, dude, I want a never-ending blunt made from some of that fine sour diesel. I'm talking the finest sour diesel, straight out of the finest place where sour diesel comes from, and poof! A massive, fat, thick 6-inch blunt appears in his hand, right? So the pothead's like, yeah, dude, well, This shit's good. Sparks it up immediately. Promptly sparks that shit up. Just like. And takes a few tokes, and he loves how it tastes, right? So the pothead turns to the genie, and he's like, yo, okay, genie guy, like, this shit tastes real good. And the genie's like, yeah, well, you got 2 more wishes, remember? What do you want? And the pothead's like, oh, yeah, shit, okay, let me see. I think I'll have 2 more of these joints. Oh, man, the pothead literally is like, yeah, that's it. I'm gonna just have 2 more of those, please. I'm sorry, man. I know my guys suck. My jokes suck, man. But that's just a nice way to break the ice with you guys, man. Just do something a little bit fun, man. So shout out to everyone that's always showing love and tuning in for that, man. The stoner joke of the day is always a great one. Anyone got jokes, man, and stuff like that, you guys want me to bring them up, just send them in, man. Send them in and let me know what's going on. Join up with the Discord. The Discord fam is popping. We got a lot of great stuff going on the Discord, and a lot of people are tuning in. A lot of people are going on there and helping each other out, asking questions and sharing answers and all sorts of stuff, man. So if you ain't on the Discord, bro, you're definitely missing out, man. The Discord is popping. The Discord is popping daily, and we got a lot of different stuff. We got the whole need help section and everything, and that's actually where the next question is going to come from, guys. So as you guys know, we always got a segment where we shout out everyone that's tuned in, and we also hop on to the socials, see what's going on the socials. And the first one that we always do is the Patreon fam, the ICANN fam, man. So we got a post that we did on the Patreon, and we asked you guys, not only would you guys be interested in ICANN fam only live streams and giveaways, but we also asked you guys for grow topics. So if you aren't on the Patreon, you're missing out, man. Definitely join the ICANN fam. Now, for the grow topic for today, actually, we got a great topic which came in, because last week we had a banging one from Jefferson Triplet. But today we got a great one, and it's from Jason Ropes, man. So shout out to Jason Ropes, dude. Big ups to him. He's actually asking about hermaphrodites. So he said how to hermaphrodite or how to avoid hermaphrodites. Now, hermaphrodites is something that literally happens a lot of ways, and I'm glad that he asked this question because it ties in perfectly to our previous topic where we talked about the grow tents and all the different grow tents that you guys can use. So shout out to Jason, man. But Hermes, man. Hermes. I've done a few videos on Hermes, and Hermes can range from a number of things, dude. And the dreaded Herms. We don't like them, dude. We honestly don't like them. The Herms aren't good. The Herms aren't fun. The Herms really... We can throw the Herms straight down the toilet, man. Flush that shit. But straight up, a lot of the times, people... overlook what can cause herms. And herms can be caused by a number of things. Sometimes it can be genetic. Once a herm, always a herm, I like to say. So if you get some beans and it came from a hermaphrodite plant, it's likely to be a herm as well. Sometimes it may not be. That is true. But sometimes it can be. And just because of that aspect of it, I just say in my head, once a herm, always a herm. Don't breed with anything from it and stuff like that. Right? Now, you can also stress-induce hermaphrodism, right? So you can cause a plant to get nanners developing because of that, nanners developing, or those little banana-like things that stick out just because of light leaks and stuff like that. So if you got light leaks, you got stress that's happening to your plant, those things can really stress the plant out and cause nanners. Again, sometimes plants are predisposed to throwing up nanners. I've grown different strains, over one strain but different beans, so different phenos, and all of them seem to throw up nanners. So sometimes it can be like down to that pack of beans you got. That pack of beans could have probably come from the pollen of a plant that had nanners or had some sort of issue when it came to pollinization and stuff like that, or cross pollinization. So you never like you can never know for certain. You know, you literally can. And in my experience, when I've grown a plant with nanners, I've packed a pack of beans, and a couple of the beans had nanners. It was my experience that the rest of the pack also had a few nanners on there. Not always, but sometimes. So something to look out for, man. So a lot of the times it's caused by stress and stuff like that. Hermes in particular. Now, there are 2 different types of Hermes for the most part. You can get those ones that throw up nanners, and this is a pretty dope cup, eh? I got this recently. I love it, man. Shout out to all you Nintendo 64 players out there. Shout out to Mario and all that good stuff. But yeah, man, so a lot of people out there don't know that there are like the regular Hermes that, the true hermaphrodites that like have flowers the little lady parts, you got the pistils, but you also get the ball sacks, like the male parts of the plant, like the balls, the dick bag, whatever you want to call it, bro. You got some of those stuff, but there's also those ones that can throw up nanners. So what I like to call the true hermaphrodite actually has both of the female and the male reproductive organs on there. And the nanners, that's also a herm, but I just call those like the nanner herms. So that's just a good way to look at it, man. It's always worth seeing what you're looking for, and you understand how the plant may have hermed and why those things may have happened. So, it's me, Mario. Shout out to Will, man. Big ups, man. Big ups to everyone in the chat right now. Shout out to everyone tuned in, and you guys are always showing love, and I really appreciate that. Big ups to Norma G as well. Just dropped the Discord link. I have that in the pinned comment for you guys, so check that out and join up with the Discord. Join up with the Patreon as well. Join up with the ICANN fam. We got a lot of great stuff going on, man. And great point. Tents help to keep that heat in as well, man. That is a fantastic point. Sometimes it's great to help keep that warmth in. And when you do keep that warmth in, it really helps a lot. So that was a great Grow Talk Patreon topic from Jason. Shout out to Jason, man. Big ups to my man. Dropping some great questions. If you guys got any questions, hop over to the Patreon. Hop over to the Patreon. Join the discussion. Join up with the Grow Talk. And there's all sorts of stuff. It's not only just Grow Talk. It's Stoner Talk. It's Plant Talk. It's Breeder Talk. It's questions, topics, anything you guys want to do. So hop on over there and have some fun, man. Have some friggin' fun. You guys missing out on the fun. You don't like fun, or you don't like fun. Okay, well, bruh. Never heard a person who doesn't like fun. But I guess that's just how it goes sometimes. Anyway, guys, next up, of course, we got a great one as well. Because like I mentioned, the Discord is also popping off, man. And we got a lot of great stuff on the Discord. And there was one picture that I actually just wanted to show you guys, which I thought was really pretty cool, man. And it was by my homie, if I can find it, that is. But it's by my homie, Mr. Awesome Badass, man. Mr. Awesome does a lot of great stuff. And he's always posting on the channel. He's an ICANN fam guy, supporting the fam, and doing some great stuff, man. And as you guys can see up on screen now, we got a great little root ball. This is from the big green guy. I'm trying to find Mr. Awesome Badass's post, but this is from the big green guy. You guys can see this nice root ball, man, a solid root ball. That root ball is thick with a C. Like, that is a thick root ball. And I love how it's all solid in there. A lot of you guys, like, know root balls, like these roots. Man, look at some of these roots. You guys are posting some great roots on there, man. Like, I'm loving some of these roots. It shows a lot. You guys are using Dino Micro or what? You guys are using Dino Micro or what? What's going on? I like it. Now, yeah, man. So if I can ever find this freaking post, but yeah, I really need to find a better system for this. But Mr. Awesome, man, shout out to you, man. You're always posting some great stuff. Once I do find it, man, I'm gonna just pull that up. But guys, hop onto the Discord for sure. We got so much great stuff going on in the Discord, and a lot of people are always posting some great fire, great questions, great answers as well. And we got some fantastic mods on there too, man. So shout out to all the mods that are supporting and really helping to make everything run so smoothly and help everything to run so great. Even the mods that are in the live chat right now, big ups to you guys, man. Big ups to you guys. And like, look at this one, man. Look at that. That is a stalk. That is a stalk. Odin's Son's grown in a 1-gallon bag. Wow. Look at that stalk in a 1-gallon bag, boys. When we talking about nice stalks, that's what we talking about. That's a stalk. That stalk got girth and it's in a 1-gallon. Man, imagine that, bro. That's some fire. Man, you guys, there's a lot of great stuff on the channel, man. Look at this fucking 15.8 gram bud. Man, this is a cola from the big green guy. I can't even show this on the live stream because YouTube will definitely chip out. So guys, check that out. That's a massive cola. That's a 15.6 gram cola. That's a big guy. So guys, drop it in the comments and let me know what you guys' biggest cola has ever been. I'm just talking like single cola, single main cola. Let me know what you guys' own has been, because we got a lot of different sized colas that you guys get. Sometimes you get small ones, bigger ones, but sometimes the bigger ones can have like a lot of bud rot issues if you ain't careful. So you got to be careful. But yeah, sure thing, 100%. Anyway, man, that Discord is popping. The Discord is popping. Shout out to everyone that's part of the ICANN fam on the Patreon and on the Discord. But definitely join up on the Patreon and the Discord and show some love, guys. Just post what you got going on and be part of the topics, be part of the conversation, and hop on and show some love, man. You know, you guys are always dropping some fantastic picks and fantastic topics, and it really, really is just a pleasure to see everyone sort of, you know, reaching out to everyone else and being able to, you know, get answers and feedback and stuff like that. So 100% hop into that if you ain't already. We're having some great fun. Now let's get into the next one, man. And we got another one coming up, which is a banger. So for this part of the show, guys, we actually always move over to the second one, which you guys know is where we try to talk about stuff across the areas, across the nations, across the wides, across the rooms, and see what's going on, man. And in that sense, we're just going to show you guys some positive stuff, man, because it's always great about doing some positive stuff. And this one is a great thing because if you guys are out in New York, man, this one is probably for you, man, because like out in New York, you guys know that there's been a lot of different stuff going on, and dispos, you know, they ain't got much of them, and they only recently got like, you know, a few licenses handed out and shit, and people were selling in, you know, the gray area. They set up illegal shops or whatever, and police came in, did their sting operations and shut their ass down. So that's how that shit goes. But it's great to see now that, like, you know, as things are progressing, they've actually doubled a lot of these things, these licenses. So I think at first they gave out like a really small amount, like this is like 100 or 150, 200 licenses or something like that. A real small amount, basically. Now just to hear they double it, which is probably still a small ass amount, but it's just good to hear you guys are double it, man. So big ups to you guys on that. New York making some proper moves because the first round of dispensary licenses was pretty fucking poor. But out in New York, man, I've heard that there are a lot of illegal shops set up, man. And these shops, they just running wild. They're running like the Wild Wild West out there. So they had one guy who actually did a news interview on like NSNBC or whatever, and he had him come in. He's like, yeah, this is my shops, and he's using like a one of those tongs, those food tongs, and taking out the flour, putting it on a scale, weighing it up, packaging it up nicely, sending it out, selling right there, open in the public storefront. He's got a mural of like Wiz Khalifa and Biggie and Tupac and everything on the wall, and I was like, damn, bro, you selling. And a short while after that interview he did with them, bro, police came in and did a sting operation. They shut his shit down. They took everything. They literally, like, yeah, that was so fucked, man. But that is not to say that that's stopping anyone from doing it. So, like I said, dude, the plans are to increase the dispensary licenses from 150 to 300 across the state. That's 300, man. That's barely anything. Only 22 of the previous 150 licenses were earmarked for Manhattan, but the new allocation will boost the number to 44. So at least Manhattan's going to get some more. But fucking hell, bro. This is why the gray market is booming, because they got such a stranglehold on the legal market, man. And the taxes and shit, like, they be killing people out in California with those taxes. So again, like, what are you supposed to do? They legalize it, but they really ain't legalize it. They legalize it so they stranglehold you. Like, they legalize it so that they can put an ankle bracelet on you until you report everything that you're doing, how much water you're using, if you're growing, if you're selling. I want to know everything you're selling, how you're selling, and what you're doing, and all that shit, which is fucked up, personally, which I think is causing a lot of the issues, man. Even when I had the Talking Loud podcast with Swami, he said the same thing, man. A lot of the Cali growers out there are suffering, bro. And even out here in Colorado, just for you to be able to get a $56 ounce, like, how much is a grower making from a $56 ounce, you know, and like some Mac? Like, what? Mac for $56, bro? That shit's wow. That's wow. Anyway, man, so again, like you guys can see, and this is what a lot of the smoke shops are doing. They're just setting up and they're selling some flowers in there, man. You gotta hustle. Hustler's gotta hustle. Hustler's gotta live, right? So shout out to all the hustlers hustling out there, man, because it ain't easy, man. Trust. It ain't easy at all. And like I said, we just got to show you guys some of the positive stuff that's going on. And that is one of the positive stuff. Just got a piece of weed come through this, man. Wow. But on that same mark, guys, we got to also keep you guys in check. And, like, just let you guys know exactly what's going on. You guys not to do it. So last week we showed you guys the guy that had, like, 222 plants in the back of his Penske box fuck. Like, anyone tell this guy that 222 plants is a lot of plants to travel with? 222 plants, bro. 222. What you doing with all them plants, bro? But I did hear that apparently that shit was like not like he was completely unknowing as to what was going on. The papers were falsified and all that shit, and he did not know. But either way, a lot of people be taking risk out here, man. And the thing is, you don't want to take too much risk, man. If you're growing in prohibition land, that's one thing. Okay, you got to take a risk. You got to risk it for the biscuit no matter what. But if you're growing in a place that is legal and they give you like a limit, try to stick to those limits, dude. Like, you know, when you don't stick to the limits and you get caught, that's when you find yourself in trouble, man. Like, literally, big ups, man. That's not what you want to be finding yourself in, that sort of trouble. So this guy, out in Urbana, I hope I pronounced it right, but that's out in Illinois, if I'm not mistaken. This guy was found with 35 pounds, bruh. 35? Like, dude, what are you doing with 35 pounds? Anyway, he was found with 35 pounds, man, and while he was, and apparently, like, this guy had 35 pounds that the police found in his home while checking on his deceased roommate, right, is in police custody. So they were checking on the guy's deceased roommate, and this dude had 35 pounds of flour, right? 35 pounds, man. I still can't get over that. 35 pounds, bro? Like, what you doing, bro? Are you flipping to, like, the dispos and shit? Or is all that personal use? Just trying to understand, man. No. But on the real, though, like, 35 pounds is pretty wild. Right, and they said they found other types of, like, you know, hallucinogenic stuff as well. They found like some mushrooms and all that sort of stuff. But the crazy thing is, man, they come to your house to check upon your deceased roommate. Right, your roommate passed away. He's dead, bro. You know, R.I.P. to him and all that, man. I don't know who the guy is, but you couldn't have moved those pounds, bro. You could have moved those pounds. You could have put it in the car, put it in the trunk, lock it in the trunk, anything, bro. Anything. Call your mama and tell her, come and pick up this big miscellaneous black bag that's not marked. Just come help me out, man. What? So, again, guys, if you're doing these stuff, be smart about it, man. Like, if you know that you got an issue where police had to come over or your landlord got to come over, like, come on, guys. You got to move stuff around. You just don't leave it there set up in plain sight. Try to be smart around it. Hide it. Do something like that. Like, when I was living in my crib, my old crib, my landlord had to come over. I had to hide everything, man. I had to hide everything, like, quick time. And I literally never took down a grow room so fast. The whole grow room lights and everything was down within 5 minutes, man. And the great thing is, I took down the lights. I left the grow tent set up because it was a 4x2 tent that I told you guys about earlier. 4x2 tents are so flexible, man. You can do so much with it, and you can move them around really easily, man. So, anyway, imagine having to move a big-ass 4x4 tent out of a room. 100% you got to break that shit down. But a 2x4 tent, you can move that through a doorway super easy, man. So, that shit for me is a fucking win. I'm talking about win. Straight up. Now, what was I even saying? Oh, yeah, be smart, guys. So the 4x2 tent makes a lot of sense. And that time with my landlord, when they came over, I literally had to, like, bring a whole bunch of empty boxes, man. I had a bunch of empty boxes and, like, storage stuff and shit like that. And I piled it up right in front of the tent, man. I piled it all the way up in front of the tent and all around it and made it look like it's just a bunch of storage back there behind the tent, so you don't have to worry about anything, man, because all we do down here is store shit. We ain't got to chill out down here for too long because they ain't got nothing doing down here. We just storing shit. Meanwhile, that's where the whole grow up was, bro. So you just be smart about it, man. Just be smart about it, man. And you can all usually get through with some great things, man. Shout out to everyone that's in the chat. Shout out to everyone that's watching right now. Everyone that's showing love. Every single person that, even if you're watching the replay, man, big ups to you guys because the replays are always fun, man. We got Kush from the Bay in the house. Make it look like a wardrobe, says Norma G. 100%. That's a smart way to think about it, man. Stoner dude, I had to tear it down in Sacramento for a landlord visit. Yeah, dude, that's the thing. Sometimes you could even be out in a legal state, man. You can be out in, like, Cali, Colorado, even New York. I think you could go out in New York, right? But at the end of the day, these landlords are against that shit, bro. If you rent in, man, a lot of the times, unless you got a super cool landlord, they don't want to hear about that shit, bro. They don't want to hear about, oh, you grow? Denied. Oh, you're a smoker? Denied. Oh, you like 420 stuff? Denied. Oh, you're a lame-ass person who does not do nothing but you love to drink and get super fucking drunk and crunk? Application approved. I got you. So again, we are just like literally frowned upon by everyone, man. Everyone. Shout out to John Ingram, man. What's good, my dude? What is up, man? I've actually got a nice package up for you, man. I'm even gonna get that out this week. All VIPs and stuff, you guys will be getting more package going out this week. We got a lot of stuff we were working on over the last couple of days for you guys, even with the move that sort of pushed everything back. But VIPs, we got some banging packages going out for you guys, man. You guys are gonna love it, man. So 100%, man. Well, that was the great story that I wanted to share with you guys, because again, it's all about being smart. You guys are growing whether it's in prohibition land or in non-prohibition land. Be smart, man. You don't want any unnecessary issues arising. In a lot of states, they have like legal amounts and limits that you can have anyway. So if you're growing, most of the times you're probably gonna go over that limit, right? I know out in Cali, the most you can have on you at any one point in time. No, Colorado, I think. Cali and Colorado, both. I think Cali is 28.5 grams, and I think Colorado is 28 grams. So at the end of the day, most times you don't want to have over that anyway, dude. So a lot of the times if you're growing, you will inevitably harvest more than an ounce, right? If you harvest about quarter pound, 4 ounces, that can last you for a little while. You're good, you're happy, but you gotta store that shit somewhere. So just be careful, be safe, and be smart about it. Don't have like your house reeking, and if you're in a flat, you got an apartment, don't have it reeking, smelling super strong, and your neighbors complaining, and all those stuff just trigger reasons for your landlord to come visit or want to inspect, right? So just be smart about it. Don't raise any red flags. Be smart. For me personally, I raised a red flag because I was pretty dumb. I did not install a carbon filter and an exhaust system in my setup. I just had it running in the basement, and there was a shared wall, and the people next door had a basement down there as well, and the smell was going through because there was like a gap in the wall or whatever, and they were smelling that pang, man, that hard loud, that slurricane, that gas, and they probably didn't like it. So they told their landlord, and their landlord told my landlord, and my landlord called me, and yeah, I had to wiggle my way out of it, man, like a wiggle worm. But at the end of the day, we made it, motherfucker. We made it. Here we are, and we smart now. So again, just be smart about it, guys, and that's the theme of today's episode. Be smart with your flower. Be smart with how you set up your grow room. Be smart with all those things. Do I want a multi-chamber tent? Do I want one tent? Do I want two smaller tents? Do I want like one big tent, one small tent? Do I want to convert a closet into a grow space, a cupboard into a grow space for veg and seedlings? There are a lot of different things. What's the best option for you? Be smart and think about it, man. So shout out to everyone in the chat, man. Shout out to everyone tuned in. I'm loving these morning shows, man. If you guys love these morning shows, let me know. I'm thinking of doing like one afternoon show and one morning show, 2 shows a week. The ICANN fam show is all about you guys, where we get to kick it with you guys, do some great stuff, just honestly chill out, man. And like I said, we're gonna have the Patreon only live streams starting from Wednesday, so it'll be every Wednesday and every Sunday, exactly right after when we do the live shows with the ICANN fam. We're gonna hop on over to Patreon, smoke some J's, go into the grow room. We got the mobile cam and everything set up. We got multiple cams now set up, so it's going to be a real nice time, man. And if you aren't part of it, definitely join up. The Patreon link is in the pinned comment up above, and it's in the pinned comment down below, so check that out. Show some love. Definitely also check out the Uncensored channel. We got a lot of videos, a lot of content we've been putting on the Uncensored channel, and YouTube does not notify people of our videos and stuff like that, especially any of that content. So definitely check out the Uncensored channel. Drop a comment, drop a link, drop anything, drop some love, and let's see what else is going on. I just want to say thanks to everyone who's tuned in. Big ups to Herps and Terps, man. I love Herps and Terps. I love that name, man. I remember that name. Shout out to everyone else tuned in as well. We got Mike K, Chapo Smokes, Will Baker, Scorpio's Lab, Dread, Naughty. Got 3 plants hanging right now. My house stinks, man. I love that. When the house stinks, that's the best time. But again, you just got to be smart. Now, I'm not sharing any walls with anyone. It's in a pretty small place, but I'm not sharing walls, which is big. But when you're sharing walls, that smell stinking can be an issue, man. So again, banging episode, man. Banging episode. Great time with you guys. Again, had a fantastic episode. Hit the like, man. We got like 114 people tuned in, and we only got 92 likes. So hit the like, show some love, and let's get blazed, man. We about to get blazed. Get lit. And this is the point of the show where I say, guys, this shit tastes so good, and have a fucking fantastic day. Stay high and stay fly, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace, fam.